will literally show you the career that you've been wanting to see.
Yes, it is time to experience the nooks and crannies of Korea as if with your own 2 feet on
K-Patch
with Jennifer Jin.
It is a Thursday. Jen's in the studio. We both got our white masks, white t-shirts, black hair. But you have got a fancy top on, Jen. Looking on the video stream, it's even more like impactful. The fashion.
The point here, guys.
One side has a
sleeve.
sleeve.
You guys are watching.
Yeah, and if you're not watching, to describe, one side sleeve, the other side no sleeve.
Yeah,
I like
when
it.
I first saw this outfit, well, this is definitely for our K-Patch segment.
You're our
you
fashionista
guys,
on the show.
I have to shine for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Our listeners always call you the fashionable one. Maybe that says a lot about my fashion sense as well, being terrible. I think that's
you look nice with the white outfit today, by the way. You know?
Terribly cheap cotton t-shirt.
And
but
we've been talking about your hairstyle with a Tintin character.
That's what Jen said my hairstyle used to remind you of when it was kind of put up. I have changed it recently. I don't know what I'm doing. I might well go back to it. I just feel like I need a change and I don't really like it at the moment. But yes, so we looked up Tintin and where that was from. We're going off on tangents here, but it's from Belgium in French originally. And you came across it when you're in the UK.
Yeah.
Oh, did you like it?
I thought
never
it was
got
definitely
into
a UK thing because it was pretty big back then.
In the 80s and early 90s,
Yeah, sadly, not many Koreans are aware of this animation character, Tintin.
I think Koreans might know a little bit more. What was the other big comic back then? From France, I think. Asterix and Obelix. There were these little Vikings.
Oh,
and I've heard a couple of
Vikings.
Koreans know that. But you're right, Tintin. I don't think I've seen any Tintin in Korea.
I think we're much more used to those Japanese animation characters, for sure.
The manhwa, the anime and things like this.
Kingdom of animation there, isn't it?
Siska saying, Jen's outfit is on point. Love your look, says Stacey as well. And I think, I can't remember who I was talking to, but they were saying like the fashion point is maybe having random holes in your clothes, just here, there,
random.
In Korea these days, like showing some skin on random spots. But you've gone the whole hog of just taking the sleeve off.
Yeah,
I love
simple as it is.
We do have a hashtag today, Jen, which is 야경 or night view, night scene. What does that bring to mind? Any places with lovely night views?
So when was the last time I enjoyed the yagyang? Ever since I became a mom. Because usually, as you know, the daily routine shifts completely as you become a mom.
Of course.
And you have to go to bed like sometimes at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. But definitely, there's so many great spots where you can enjoy yagyang, the night view in Seoul City. I remember the times when I went climb up to the Namsan Tower.
Oh, nice. At nighttime.
Yeah.
Aww.
And, the downtowns are always so crowded and shining at night.
Yeah, because we have many things 24/7 or open till
Korea,
very late at night. You can see bright lights even at like 2, 3 a.m.
It doesn't even feel like night sometimes.
It's that
very
light,
bright,
right? Yeah,
especially near the Hongdae area.
I don't.
I'm
guessing
so bright
that can't be good for like human cycles and sleep cycles, right? It probably wakes you up, which is good for the businesses, I suppose. And we said one funny joke that apparently Korean office workers say that Seoul looks really bright, all the buildings with their lights on, because office workers are working late at night. They're working overtime.
Yeah.
I think that's relatively true compared to other
like
places.
when you go back home taking subways, you can see it. Even though it's a subway, there's some routes where you can enjoy the outside view. And like you said, a lot of the buildings are so shining brightly at like 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
Yeah, you don't think of it then. You think, oh, that's beautiful. But you got to realize that means someone's still in the office working away, unfortunately. We do have for you today something we've previewed in hour number 1, a place I've been to and really loved. We're going to go to the Seoul Botanic Park.
Yes, Botanic park, guys. I'm going to bring you so much green energy.
Oh.
Hopefully that relaxing, soothing energy to you on this rainy day, which is about to pour soon, isn't it, today?
Oh, it feels like it's always about to pour these days, doesn't it? And I'm looking at the opening shot of your video. It looks like it's been raining.
In fact, it was. I filmed it on a rainy day. And that was
Fantastic.
one of the reasons I was looking for something indoor thing.
Because of the rainy season.
Yeah.
The Seoul Botanic Park does have a big outdoor area, but it also
was
has indoor.
huge.
Yeah, okay.
Very huge, actually.
Let's check out the first video. You can see how impressive it looks from outside.
Yeah.
Here
Here
we
we go. Look at this appearance. Isn't it so artsy and impressive? And this is how it looks in the greenhouse area, where you can see a lot of species from tropical zones and Mediterranean areas.
It's a giant greenhouse,
Very
right?
big, and most of the plants are things that you don't really see in Korea for sure.
Yeah.
And that was what make it really special for me, and a lot of people were enjoying there, and they have this high bridge
A little
area where you
walkway.
can
Wow.
see it in wide.
and hot.
Yeah, it was very humid. It was a hot day, but
Waterfalls.
more hot inside.
Sure, to
You
keep
can
all the
hear
tropical
the waterfall
plants.
there.
That's nice for a
Yeah.
summer day.
It gives you the feeling that you're not actually observing as you do in a museum, but you're actually in that little different country.
It looks like you're in a
It's-
rainforest, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
you're actually, it feels like you're in a forest.
Wow, and they've got all the
You're
pathways like
experiencing it.
marked out nicely, so I'm guessing
Right.
even people with wheelchairs could go in there.
Yeah. Ah, it was so soothing.
It does just sound really peaceful, right?
Yeah, the reason why I just kept the live background sound was you can hear, surely not the real birds.
Yeah, right. I was just
it
thinking,
wasn't a real bird.
there aren't birds
a
in
very
there, are there?
natural sound. And the waterfalls, by the way, are real. It's
Yes.
a real sound. And this is a Mediterranean area, which I really liked about. I've never been to the Mediterranean country, and it was so exotic. You can see this little fountains.
Yeah, it's curated
Flowers.
nicely there. It doesn't feel as wild in that area.
And I really like this part. This is the baobab tree from The Little Prince, the novel,
Oh, they've got a real baobab
which
tree
is very
there.
famous, by the way. And I
Oh.
thought it was very educative at the same time.
We love The Little Prince in
Right?
Korea. There's lots of like books about that.
Yeah.
Translated into Korean, obviously, and lots of merchandise, I feel. I didn't really know about Little Prince in England.
Mm.
Like, even though I think it's from a European writer, I don't think it's a popular kids' book there.
Oh.
Like, we got our own British authors like Roald Dahl and things like
Really?
this.
So you find it more popular in Korea?
I learned about it in Korea. I
okay.
didn't even know it existed actually in England, which is maybe me being a bit of an idiot, perhaps, not being so cultured. But that was really lovely. I think we've shown you the Seoul Botanic Park ages ago in a different light, and I've definitely been maybe twice. I think I loved it, but seeing it again now in the summertime. And you're right, it is still hot and humid inside, but it's a different kind of hot and humid as well. So it's a nice escape, I think, from the
Yeah.
Korean wet summertime, right? Rainy season.
Yeah, I like that word, escape, you know,
Yeah.
giving you the new perspective. And again, it really gives you the feeling that you're experiencing it and you're in a different zone. That's what I really liked about.
So tell us some information about this place. It's not been
Yeah.
open that long because it looks very new as well,
Right,
right?
as you can see from the very beginning of the video, the appearance was very modern and impressive, wasn't it? And it was actually opened officially to the public in 2018.
Oh.
So that's like 4 years ago.
And because of COVID, that feels like just 2 years break. So it's not even that old. And this area,
Yeah.
whereabouts is it?
So it's easier to understand it this way. So it's not just a separate one botanic greenhouse. It's
not just that
part of a
building.
huge park. As the title suggests, it's a huge botanic park. And the surrounding area, you can see the rivers, I think it's Yangjaecheon, I suppose.
The little stream that maybe goes into the Han River as well. Because it's not far from the Han River, right?
No, very close. It's in the 마곡지구, west side of Seoul City, by the way. And there's been a long discussion from the government with the experts and the civic groups how to manage this area. And throughout having those idea sharing, they decided to make this as a huge cultural complex where people can learn about the plants, but also learn about environmental protections and issues, because they actually have this digital place where they talk about these environmental issues, which you're about to see in the part 2 of the video.
And we've got a couple of photos to show you as well.
Yeah, so
What
in
is
this surrounding garden, I wanted to share this part particularly. I couldn't shoot closely because of the weather that day, but this is registered at Cultural Heritage number 363.
It does look like a very old and out of place, but it doesn't look like Korea to me.
Well, in fact, when I saw this from a distance, I thought it was just a one wooden place, but it's known to be the only existing preserved building among those built in 1927 and 28. So this is the original figure.
What is it?
So
just a random building?
It's a Yangjeon drainage pump station.
Oh, wow.
Where they managed water.
Oh, now it's just preserved.
Farming. And they just preserve its original figure.
Wow.
And let me show you another photo there. Thank you. So that is how it looks
museum?
inside.
Wow.
Giving information. You can see the ceiling, and I'm seeing the glass floor. And the next photo, please. Yeah, this is the basement area where you can actually see the pipes. It's not in the photo, but there are pipes and some electric devices that they actually used back then.
Oh, nice. So it's not functioning anymore, but they've preserved it like an almost museum, like an actually living museum. You walk around the whole facility. I love that. I didn't notice that when I went. It's in the park area rather than the greenhouse bit, right?
But
so you
very
have to walk
close.
on over to it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We'll get more information about Seoul Botanic Gardens. Send us your messages about any ones that spring to mind for you. It could be an arboretum or anything similar. Photos via KakaoTalk. Our username there is Daily K. We're taking a deep dive into Seoul Botanic Park and all that it has to offer in the Magok-dong area of Gangseogu district of Seoul. So that's right on the southwestern kind of side. I always pass by because there's a footbridge that goes over from the Han River Park to the Botanic Garden over, what's that called? The Palpal, like the Olympic Expressway kind of area. And it says Seoul Botanic Park on there. And I think it's just an advertisement. So it's as you're going out towards Incheon and the airport and places like this. We got lots of messages to read, Jen. And this one is from Josh saying, I'm curious how big this place is, because the one that I know about, the St. Louis Botanical Gardens, is 31 hectares big, and the biggest Japanese garden in the US is there. Google pictures and you could help me out with showing it. So as Jen said, it's not just the greenhouse. This is a huge space over in that part of Seoul. I don't know exactly, and I don't know if you know, Jen, exactly how big it is, but I don't think it's going to be as big as 31 hectares. That seems a bit too big for Korea.
Yeah, seeing from the map, it's very huge, and it's very close to Magok-naru Station, just so you know. So you can go there by subway, and again, it's very close to Han River.
Yeah, it's just America has a big advantage being so much more huge that even if it's large for Korea, it's not going to rival that, Jay. We'll try and get the exact size information for you a little later on. You got some messages as well?
Yeah, from Siska. I like Yeomiji Botanic Garden in Jeju anyway. Curious about this one in Seoul.
Yeah, well, I've just got the area here. It says 500,000 square meters, about 70 soccer fields. So let us know.
70 soccer fields, wow.
Let us know how that compares to St. Louis. And Yomiji, I've never heard of that botanic garden. But in Jeju, there are lots of lovely nature
flower
spots,
gardens.
right? And the reason why this is so special is because it's in the heart of Seoul pretty much, right? Donna's saying from New York, the Brooklyn Botanic Garden was my hangout when I lived nearby. April's bright yellow daffodil hill was very cheerful. Oh, I like daffodils.
Sweet.
They're kind of a national flower of maybe Wales. And in the springtime in the UK, they pop out. We do have them here. They have a name, which I've forgotten, but they're not that common in Korea.
Yeah. And from Stacy, when I was a little girl, my mom and my brother and my sisters took us to the botanical gardens in New York City. And it was the best experience in my life and perfect for weddings.
Oh, that sounds
I
nice.
never thought about the wedding.
I don't know.
Great idea, isn't
I
it?
don't know if they rent out the space for weddings, but if they did, that would be really exotic to have it in like the rainforest or Mediterranean backdrop, right? Just for anyone who's interested, daffodil in Korean is susonhwa. And they are rather delightful flowers, I must say.
A lovely flower, isn't it?
Miss Braddock is saying the waterfalls, they're so nice and might not be as humid as you might think with all the foliage giving off oxygen. Yeah, how did it feel in there? Because the weather at the moment, if you go outside, you're probably going to sweat.
It's like a water sauna.
Yeah. In there, is it that bad? Like in the Botanic Garden? Or?
Hey, that's an interesting question because, comparing the humidness from out and indoor, again, it was a rainy day, so it was humid already. So I felt not that much of a difference when I went inside the greenhouse.
Okay.
Maybe more during the winter time.
Yeah, the temperature difference would be pretty huge. I mean, you'd like
They
it
have
then.
to maintain a certain level of the degree temperature, isn't it?
Because it's freezing outside. You'd go in and you'd be like, oh, this is nice and warm, perhaps. Yeah, that might be lovely. Benny saying, wow, love the garden. I am now considered a plant parent too. I'm raising a plant, I suppose. We have a botanical garden beyond Manila Zoo. It's closed at the moment for renovation, but the area is really lovely. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it can be an unfair competition comparing those gardens from Southeast Asian country. I mean, they have a stunning, big-sized gardens
and
here
the
and
weather
there, right?
means that they can grow some amazing plants as well, right?
Yeah, I'm from Steve. Such a nice collection of tropical foliage. It must feel quite humid being inside the indoor garden. I enjoy the botanical gardens in Singapore with a large collection of orchids and roses.
The Singapore one is very famous. I think it came in Crazy Rich Asians in that film. People like walk around there of the evening. And like the Seoul Botanic Garden, I think, though, it's outdoors and you have those walkways in the trees, which is really spectacular.
You know, I went to Singapore as my honeymoon trip, and I remember the botanical garden. It was right in front of this very famous hotel.
Yeah, the one with the
Marina Bay Hotel.
that links at the top, and they got the swimming pool,
and they
right?
have this great wide area.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely beautiful there.
Yeah, I think you can go inside. Like they have these kind of giant greenhouses like Seoul Botanic Garden. It's very famous. I'm not going to say Seoul Botanic Garden is even better than Singapore, but that's kind of our version, I suppose. So in this second video, you mentioned earlier we might be seeing some screens and learning about the environment.
Yeah, so in part 2, I wanted to show you some of the experiences that I had where I could educate myself and also had this sweet experience buying a beautiful plant myself.
Oh, wow. Let's check it out.
Let's go. So again, this is not just greenhouse alone. They have a lot of this here and there spots where you can learn about climate change, how to protect our nature, Mother Nature, and I think it's a great place for kids as well.
A lot of media
From
art
that perspective,
here. Some projectors and whatnot.
And again, this building is very new one, so the technology was really good. It was very big, that screen, by the way.
Digital images
it's much
that you
bigger
can touch.
than it looks in the video.
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, it's very interactive. That's what I really liked about. You can join, you can do the game, and you see the winner there, my mother.
Are you like supposed to collect the blossoms or something?
Yeah,
Wow.
and this gift shop, I think it was a great opportunity to actually see the plants that you can raise it at home.
Oh.
And this is interesting toy, I believe.
A little mini
You
garden
can make
slash
a mini
farm.
garden yourself. I've never seen anything like this.
That's very cute,
Because
isn't it?
most of the toys are really plastic.
Yeah, that's
And
like
this was very
foam
mind-blowing to
arty
me.
thing.
Yeah. And
It's nice they
these
sell plants.
Are all on sale.
And not too expensive?
It wasn't actually. It took like 10,000won
Okay.
to buy that plant.
About 10,001. Okie dokie.
And the staff was very kind enough to explain how to grow. We
What
can ask
is that?
questions. So that's one of the hanging plants in
Wow.
English.
It's got like a
And
big beard.
the name, I googled it, and I think it's something related to Tillandsia.
Tillandsia.
Yeah.
I have seen plants like that they say you don't need to, they don't like have any soil or anything,
Yeah.
right? They're just
You
hanging
don't
in the
need
air.
any pot.
That's
It's hanging in the
unbelievable.
air. And once a week, the staff says you should damp it in a basket full of water.
Oh, you just put
for
the
like
whole
10
thing
minutes. Yeah.
and then you take it out.
And I'm doing it. And so far, it's going okay. It didn't die
It's
for the
alive.
past 1 week.
I heard, yeah, they're quite easy to raise in that way because they don't need to be watered regularly. But I guess if you need to soak them once a week, that's still something you're having to do there.
Yeah, Koreans call it like 수염 식물.
It does look like a big
Because it
beard.
looks like a man's beard, isn't it? 수염 means beard.
Fantastic. We got a couple of messages to read from Steve saying a nice series of interactive, engaging exhibits. The hanging plant is really something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I went to Yangjae Goshijang, the flower market at Yangjae, and I wanted a plant for my car. I thought it'd
For
be
your car?
because I thought it'd be nice to have a plant with oxygen, in the car.
Inside the car?
Yeah, because the air quality isn't great.
Interesting.
I'm really a bit anal about that, so I have a big
Yeah.
purifier in my car.
Oh,
And I thought, wouldn't it be nice if you could have like
Just
a
have
little
a-
plant
yeah.
in there?
green
And
plant.
all the people there said, no, that's cruel. You can't have a plant in a car. And
Cruel.
I asked about the hanging one because it doesn't need that much.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, that's not okay. Like
Yeah,
it'll get
I
too
mean,
hot in there and stuff.
Yeah, it won't be a good environment for the plants, surely. But I get where your idea is coming from because, the fine dust is a huge, annoying issue,
Yeah.
which I don't think it's going to go away for the next, I don't know, maybe in my lifetime.
Maybe ever, who knows? But yeah, maybe that's a good segue back to the Botanic Garden. Like that space indoors, that would be a great getaway from fine dust
Oh,
if it's bad
yeah.
outside. And
Yeah.
then promoting like what plants can do, because plants do naturally purify the air, they say,
Yeah,
right?
you say 공기 정화 식물, and we're seeing more and more of those plant. I wouldn't say as a product, but those plants on sale. You can easily see it in like a lot of marts, like Home
Yeah.
Plus marts and so on.
And
you
they
can just
promote
easily
it,
buy.
right?
Yeah.
They say it cleans the air. Obviously, not as effective as the electronic one we have in our studio here because it can't do it as quickly, but it's more natural at least,
Yeah.
right? You got some messages?
Yeah, from Tropic Girl. Oh, Botanic Gift Shop. I'd go there first. And from Siska, nice. Botanic Garden will be beautiful in autumn.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. When
Although-
did you go, by the way?
I think the first time I went, it was before it opened. It was a soft opening, so it was completely free to go in. There's an admission now, right? You have to pay a little
you
bit
have to
get
pay
in.
5,000 won.
Okay, that's
per
not bad
adult.
at all, right? That's like less than $5. But when I went, it was free, and it was winter, I remember, because there was still snow outside. And so, Siska, I'm not sure if what you're thinking is right, because I think the plants inside, they're always green. Like the whole year
right?
round. So there's not going to be any autumn foliage. Outside, I think there will be, in the actual garden area. But in the greenhouse, yeah, it looks the same all year round,
Maybe
if I'm
it's
not
because
mistaken.
it's from tropical area because they
Yeah.
have the constant.
Exactly. So there's no
weather.
seasonality there. Miss Braddocker says this space is one I would definitely visit. Really nice. And Kushi says, I am going to an agriculture university, actually. And the air there is great. Does that mean you have like agricultural products? That's pretty cool, isn't
That's
it?
amazing. And from Benny, wow, very interactive area. Wow, I love the shop and I want the souvenirs too. I'm seeing a lot of wow here.
Yeah, I'm glad that our listeners love it this week.
Yeah.
And yeah, the gift shop there, it didn't seem, sometimes gift shops can seem like they're just being commercial. They want to sell you all this rubbish. But there it seemed like it was about nature and plants and stuff, right?
It's so relatable items, very has some themes. And even though they're selling something, somehow it gives you some opportunity to think about the nature. You have to learn about the plant for one thing, to raise it.
That's
right?
true. And then just the last bit of general info for people who might visit, our listeners in Korea, 5,000 won for adults, and it's not open like all day long. I think the park you can walk in because it's just an outdoor space, like any time. But the greenhouse has
the
closing
opening
time.
hour is from 9:30 a.m. till 6 p.m., but you can enter by 5 p.m.
That's the last entry.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Good practical info. We got loads of photos to show from our listeners. Thank you for getting in touch. We'll start off with this one from Siska in Indonesia, who says, sorry for photo spamming, but this is our Bogor Botanic Garden. It's the neighborhood city of Jakarta, like kind of Suwon or Ilsan. Wow, it looks rather royal going in, doesn't
It's a
it?
huge entrance, isn't it?
Yeah,
Look
'cause
at those walls.
From the Botanic Garden, when I remember it, it's like just on the side of the road and you can just freely enter into it, right? There's nothing stopping you from going in. Wow, this looks really kind of grand in its scale.
Loving it. Very green, spacious.
Lots of lawns here that have been really kind of
we were
human
seeing a lot
touched.
of people there.
Wow, bridges and whatnot.
Red Bridge.
Because the park area, we didn't show you today, but it's like, I don't know, it's kind of more natural than this, I would say, at Seoul Botanic. This one looks like really well-catered lawns and stuff like that. Amazing. And deer.
Beautiful.
I'm a little bit jealous. It looks huge. We do have deer in Seoul Sup, Seoul Forest, right? But I don't think they roam around just
kind
free.
Of caged.
Yeah, they're locked up,
like
right? Oh, thank you very much for showing us that,
you.
Siska. Looks beautiful. You got one?
Yeah, from Tropic Girl. Let's see the photo. Lovely. Lying in the grass at Central Park Station or ST? Central Park?
Yeah, maybe station.
Yeah. Yes, I've been doing crazy stuff for a long time. You look so happy.
In New York City, Central Park is obviously one of the most famous city parks in the world. Not a botanical garden, I'm guessing. I've never been, but...
Still, it's green.
Yeah, green
Lovely.
spaces. And
I'm
it's
seeing the flowers there.
It's a huge, like, nature oasis in the
And
heart
I'm
of New
seeing that
York.
big tree trunk. Can you see on the right side?
Yeah, I
Wow.
think even in their regular parks in the States, they got trees maybe bigger than many of ours in Korea, right? Although one thing, I did a YouTube video with a Korean professor who's like an expert in gardening. And we were talking about why do people like Kay and me, we like rolling around in the grass in the West.
Yeah.
But in Korea, you're kind of told don't do that because you could get the ticks, the jindagis and things like that.
Yeah.
So, and people always lay down a picnic mat in Korea,
We
right?
say 돗자리.
Yeah. So it is like a difference, not just culturally, because apparently there is that wildlife that can be dangerous if it like
So there's
bites
no
you.
ticks in Western countries?
In London, pretty non-existent. I've heard like if you go up to Scotland in the scrubland, there can be some, but not often. But in Korea as well, it's not common that happens, right? Like people are always warned about it, right?
Yeah. But I think like from my personal experience, I've been hearing more about 살인 진드기, like 진드기 that kill people.
That doesn't sound good.
And then we've been quite extra cautious about going into the grass area with the kids and the elderly, your parents.
We were always told
When I was
that,
in my
right?
20s, I didn't really think that much of it.
Yeah, is that increased in that time? Maybe, right? Raul has got in touch as well from Argentina saying the natural heritage of humanity since 1984, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world since 2011. It's the Iguazu National Park, a unique natural
Would you
universe.
Look at that, the waterfalls.
That's
it's like
huge.
a CG, computer graphic.
Oh, it looks like
But it's
Jurassic
real, by the way,
Park,
right?
doesn't it? Like dinosaurs are going to jump out. Of
Oh, wow.
All right, we can't compete with that
We
scale.
can't.
You said it's full of life, abundant vegetation, 275 waterfalls, including Devil's Throat, which is 82 meters high.
Oh, wow.
It's the ideal place to connect with nature. And it's northeast of Argentina, the border with Brazil and Paraguay.
Oh.
Wow. And I think there's some other photos here along the way. It does look absolutely really like just nature has been left to itself.
So relaxing. Look at those waterfalls.
We don't
and
have
the bridges.
any waterfalls this big in Korea, right? In the whole of Korea, let alone in Seoul Botanic Garden. And we must stress, if you didn't watch the videos, the waterfalls in the garden there, they're not natural ones.
No.
They're man-made, right? They're like fountains almost. We've also got something from Hartley in America saying we have this space, which is National Aquarium, which is slightly different. But as we look at the photos inside, you seem to also have plants within the aquarium itself.
Oh, and then I saw the ships
Well, yeah.
surrounding the building. That's
looks like
nice.
a quay or a harbour or something like that.
Yeah.
And that looks a little bit like Seoul Botanic Garden with all the vegetation kind
Right.
of growing over.
It looks like a greenhouse.
He said it's in
Nice.
Baltimore in Maryland. It's a pretty cool mini botanical garden, quite a change from the dark aquarium levels below. If you find yourself here in Baltimore, you must go and see it. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. Look at those rocks.
Yeah, there's no like nature in the Seoul Botanic Garden, right? There's no like fish or maybe in the ponds, but not like exhibited or
No
anything.
birds, no
No.
monkeys, nothing.
Fake monkey and bird sounds in the
I
background.
just saw the figure of the little prince.
Oh,
But that was the
that's kind of wildlife, I suppose. Jen, as ever, thank you for your wonderful content today.
Likewise.
Next week, what are we going to be taking a look at?
So next week, guys, I found this really interesting luxurious pet service facility.
Luxury pet service facility.
Yeah.
Well, that seems to be a
It's a
trend in
mind-blowing
Korea,
thing
right?
for me. Hopefully
Spend-
to you guys too.
Spending lots of money on your pets seems to be the cool thing to do in Korea. Have a wonderful week, Jen, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Goodbye.